We are taking charge of every facet of our lives, and this is Take Charge with Sophie. My name is Sophie. In our last episode, we talked about positive habits of retirees and what retirees should avoid when they go on retirement. In this episode, we'll be talking about maintaining your lifestyle and status at retirement. So how do you maintain your status and standard at retirement? Most of the time, our employment gives us relevance so that we are able to take care of all the things that matter to us. But how can you still maintain your status when you are no longer working? And that money that actually comes in is not enough to maintain your status. This is where pension planning comes in. I'm going to do this by actually breaking down what pension means, assuming that pension is an acronym, and what one can do in order to maintain their status and lifestyle when they go on retirement. So the first word in pensions is P. What does P stand for? You have to plan how you are going to actually exit employment. Do you know that you do not have to reach the statutory age before you decide on going on retirement? You can go on voluntary retirement after a number of years. So how can you have a normal lifestyle when you go on retirement even before your time? Or you actually wait till you actually retire when you get to the statutory age? First of all, you need to answer a few questions. How much are you planning to have as a lump sum at retirement? You should have a lump sum. So if I have like maybe 3 million Ghana cedis as a lump sum, I believe that my retirement will be fine. It can take care of all the things that are important to me. So you should have an amount you want to have when you go on retirement. Have you considered what you'll be doing when you go on retirement? The interesting thing is that life expectancy has gone up because of improvements in medical care. So you can live for another 30 years or 35 years. So if you are going to live to 90, 95, 80 years, are you going to just stay in your house and be changing TV stations here and there and fighting with your grandchildren over remotes and all that? No. You need to find something to engage you so that you don't actually get bored. You need to actually do a personal audit of yourself ahead of your retirement. List all the assets you have and then list your liabilities. Check how much loans you have and then find out when will be the last repayment of such loans. The interesting thing is that you cannot go on retirement when you have not finished paying your loans. So you have to make sure that as part of the P in planning your retirement, you have to make sure that you don't have any pending loan at the point that you'll be retiring, because the loan deductions are going to be coming from your income. Is it your pension income that the deductions will be coming from? The next acronym is E. What do you do with the money you receive today? How much are you investing from your regular income? Are you one of those who randomly throw money at investments? The interesting thing is that this is the time to sow. Whilst you are working and receiving a lot of benefits and money, this is the time that you have to start investing towards your retirement. Someone cracked the joke with me that now that we are even working, the money is not enough. Now that it's raining, the tank is not full. How much more when it stops raining? Will you wait for the dew to actually fall on your ceiling so that something will drop a little? No. So you have to make sure that the income that you receive on a regular basis, your earnings, you are able to invest a portion towards your retirement. The next one is N. N stands for network. You actually need a solid network of friends during your working time and a lot more when you actually go on retirement. Remember, nobody is an island. How are you working towards your retirement network? Now that you are actively working, one of the best ways of working on your network, even if the people are not your friends, try and be courteous to people. Try and treat people fairly, especially when you are at the helm of affairs. You are a manager, you have people working under you. Treat these people fairly. By the time you are exiting, these are the people who will be climbing up and be taking decisions that might even affect your pensions benefits. Because some companies, apart from the statutory money, they are able to give out something to people who are exiting. So treat people fairly whilst you are actively working. You need to consciously respect people, irrespective of the position God has blessed you with. And those of us, and those people who don't think that their immediate family is important, they don't care about their spouses, they don't care about their children because they feel like workplace is all that life is about. This is a perfect opportunity for you to go and mend your relationship with your immediate family, because when you retire, you go back to that house. If you ignore them now, when the time is up and you are home, everybody will be very busy. Even now, families that are so united because of social media and technology, you'll be home and everybody is pressing their phone. Nobody is saying anything to the next person. So if already you have a bruised relationship with your spouse or your children, at retirement, your life is going to be miserable. What if you even fall sick? Then it becomes very problematic. The next acronym is S, which stands for security. Security means that you should be security conscious in all your investment decisions. In all your investment decisions, you should think of safety and not just what? Returns. When you are growing, you have to stop taking risk. So you do investments that are conservative with returns that are moderate and reasonable. It is not time for you to be chasing returns when you know that that money, if you lose it, is going to affect your chances of you achieving your lump sum that you are expecting when you go on retirement. Now, we have gotten to I. I stands for investment consciousness. Investment consciousness means that even as you are aware that you need to invest in order to have a meaningful retirement, you have to invest right. You should not randomly throw money at investment. First of all, you need to always look at how much money am I expected to actually retire with? How much years is left for me to go on retirement? How much money can I be committing every month to achieve that target? So that if your salary is 10,000, you don't put 1,000 cedis down every month as investments. You have the capacity of investing more. Why don't you try the 10, 20, 70 rule? At least invest what? 20% of your income, so that you don't randomly throw money at investment. Maybe the 10% for your tithes, if you are a Christian and you believe in tithes, in which I believe in. And then the 70%, you can use it on the expenses. If you like, you can actually reduce the 70% expenses and then increase your monthly investment to even 30, so that the tithe will be 10 and the 60% will be for your regular expenses. So you have to be investment conscious. Also, as part of investment consciousness, sometimes some of us gather money for a while and want to invest that money in businesses. You need to actually do your due diligence to be very sure that that business is a feasible business. That business is not going to actually make you lose any money. Do you have a business plan? What kind of market are you looking at serving? What value proposition do you have? And how much are you expecting to get from that kind of business? So you have to be investment conscious. Once it is money you are going to pump into any business, make sure you do your proper due diligence before you pump any money that you are actually planning towards your retirement into any business. How about acquisition of properties? If you are acquiring properties, it's very important that you make sure that you do the due diligence. Like you are buying a land, make sure that you are actually buying from the rightful owners with the right title, so that you don't go and throw your money at people who are not actual owners. You spend money building the project and then you'll be having litigation issues and injunction issues that will even affect your sanity. And then O stands for overly. overly. Do not overly depend on your family, children, and relatives for upkeep during retirement. You know, it's not dignifying. If you are young, it's normal. Your uncles will tip you, your friends, and loved ones will support you. But when it gets to some age, you don't have to overly depend on people. So plan your life in such a way that even though you are investing in your children, you are investing in your nieces and your nephews, they are not your safety nets. You don't consider them your safety net when you go on retirement, because there's no guarantee that your demands and requests will be granted in a timely manner. Yes, it is true that you have supported your sister's children to go to school. It is true that you have supported your children to go to school. But you know now, unemployment is a big problem from the youth. People have finished school and they have all the academic laurels. They are looking for decent jobs and they are not getting. So you realize that you have invested in the child anyway, but they are already also going through their own battles, struggling for survival, and may not be able to come through for you when you need it. Remember, Benjamin Franklin once said, "He that awaits for a fortune is not assured of dinner." So plan your life in such a way that you do not overly depend on your children or your spouse or any other family member during retirement. The next word is N, as part of the acronym in pension, which is never. Never forget your maker. We are here because somebody created us. And the older you become, the more you should be more, I wouldn't say religious, you should be spiritually conscious that a time will come, you'll be saying goodbye to Mother Earth and your spirit will be alive somewhere. It is very important that you get your life in order by getting close to your Maker through prayer. If you are a Christian, reading your Bible. If you are Muslim, reading your Quran, meditating on the word, and trying to live a life that will please your Maker, so that when the time is up and you are called, your soul can be secured. And the last acronym is S, which stands for self. Are you one of those who spend more on others than yourself? Remember, you only live once. You need to prioritize yourself on all key decisions as far as your journey towards retirement is concerned. You also matter. It is not always about others. If you don't plan your retirement, you will be one of those who will be praying for death, even when death don't want to take you. Reason being that God has given you years that you should enjoy, but because you think that life has been unfair to you, and people that you have supported during your working life are not supporting you, you become very bitter and be cursing people that you shouldn't be cursing, and even be wishing to die. Retirement can actually be fun when you have a lot of money and then a good health. So whilst you are planning to maintain your lifestyle and status at retirement, don't forget to follow the advices in the acronym pension, and also try as much as possible to make sure that you eat well, you rest well, you exercise, and live a healthy life, so that when you go on retirement, medical bills do not erode all that you have actually saved over the years, or ill health does not stop you from even enjoying the money that you have actually worked for. Thank you so much for making time to watch this episode. I encourage you to share, comment, and also press the notification button so you can get an alert anytime we post our videos. Thank you very much, and see you in our next episode. Bye-bye.